Episode 16 Trial by Poetry. When I look at a photo of Billy Collins, I often think, I could be like him. I'm basically him already, the tapered face, eyes unapologetically staring on and out, the stem of an eyeglass frame in his mouth. So too with Mary Oliver, really. Less facial hair, of course, but the same unwavering curiosity radiating from her pupils. The I may be older, but I'm still watching sort of look. Never tiring. It's my imagination, of course, my lust for some kind of linguistic genius. Collins, not surprisingly, was dubbed the most popular poet in America by someone in the New York Times who knows about such things. He has a Ph.D. and an M.A. and at least one other degree that biographies like to list, as though he needs an introduction, a reason for us to pull up a chair and listen. Perhaps ironically, Billy's most potent draw is his mastery of the everyman and his ode to nothing much at all. The Best Cigarette, The Biography of a Cloud, The Art of Drowning. These are his headliners. Not quite like the sublime Imitations of Immortality from Recollections of Early Childhood. Thank you very much, you aptly named Wordsworth. That's his draw, of course, Billy's, I mean. He lures you in with the relatable, even the mundane, and then, bam! A revelation. Something mammoth in the minuscule. A treatise in the trite. I started my poetry writing once upon a time with Wordsworth as my guide. I labored at the sublime like Sisyphus and his cursed stone, or perhaps better put, like a toddler chasing a firefly, much like I actually did in the open fields of Virginia when I was just shy of 10. But the sublime never came to me, and I think it was because I tried to create it out of thin air. Now Wordsworth and his court of poet peers wrote about war and immeasurable natural beauty, death, love, all of those wrenching things that might suitably be called sublime. They lived them, experienced them firsthand. But I, on the other hand, tried to turn math class into a lesson in existentialism, or a sandwich into a talisman of means and mammon. A bathroom break is the grotesque bald reality that unites humanity. It didn't stick. And much as I tried to sonetize my well-to-do, tame world, it didn't fit the mold. Shakespeare would have laughed me off the Globe Theatre stage. Over time, however, I dropped the act. Less contrivance and more just stating the state of things. Isn't that what Billy does, and Mary, and all the others of their ilk who see something meaningful in the everyday? We don't need to imbue it with meaning, they seem to say. It's already there. We just need to paint it, gently, without embellishment, until it reveals itself. So I write about making coffee, while my dog watches me from the living room, and the mesmerizing swirl of the laundry machine as I wait for it to finish, and the laces of my holy shoes that never stay tied. Always the left shoe, really, and always when I'm 10 minutes late to something. But you see, there's no there. So I invoke Billy's name, and Mary's. Sometimes I see their faces in my electric kettle, eyeing me expectantly. Well? They seem to say, eyebrows raised. There's no special meaning, though. Seldom, anyway. I tell the story of ordinary things in an ordinary life, one stricken with privilege and love and possibility, mind you. And nothing revelational comes. It's a dull mishmash of words, cute sometimes, clever even, but never a new dawn. So I turn, briefly, to crisis and catastrophe. I Lego build the story of our dystopian moments, wars, roaring fires, the slaughter of thousands. But my God, if my sheepishness doesn't bleed through the page, I don't have a right to tell those stories. They're not mine. I'm on the sidelines, comfortable, really, watching, listening quietly, until I retreat and once again write sonnets about my shoelaces. Oh, I've read it here long enough to wonder, am I just not seeing what Billy sees in the everyday, or Mary? Or is there just nothing to see here? While I mull that over, I start up another kettle of water for yet another mug of coffee. Without fail, my quietly critical dog stares at me from her corner of the living room. Tomorrow, her eyes sigh, we will endure another crisis of creativity, another ring around the stanza, another test of faith and poetry. Yes, we will do this all again.